With just one very simple tip, a dull knife in the kitchen can become sharp again quickly without needing to take it out for sharpening, and without needing to buy a specialized sharpening stone. This is a very convenient tip, very easy to do, and almost every household can apply it right away. Hello, I'm very happy to see you again on the Mary channel. Have you ever wondered whether a knife should be sharpened horizontally or vertically? Is it absolutely necessary to use a whetstone for a knife to become sharp? Or is there actually still a simpler way in our home that many people have not noticed for a long time? Don't worry, today I will share with you a very easy tip that does not require professional skills. In just about 2 minutes, a dull knife can become noticeably sharper, cut more cleanly, more smoothly, and also look much cleaner. If you cook every day, you will certainly understand how unpleasant a dull knife can be. When a knife is no longer sharp, cutting and slicing becomes slow, the ingredients get bruised, the slices do not look nice, and the dish looks much less appealing. I have created subtitles in many languages, so please choose the language that suits you. And remember to leave me a comment telling me which country you are watching this video from. It is such a joy that we can connect with each other from many places around the world. Why a sharp knife is important in the kitchen. Just look at the moment of cutting ginger, tomatoes, or cucumbers, and you will immediately see the difference. If the knife is dull, the slices will be uneven in thickness, the surface will be scratched, crushed, and not attractive at all. But when the knife is sharp, each slice will be neat, smooth, even, and the ingredients will also keep their shape more beautifully. If you want food to be more delicious, more beautiful, and more appealing, then not only do the ingredients have to be fresh, but the knife used to cut them must also be truly sharp. A clean cut not only makes the dish look better, but also makes cooking feel much lighter and more comfortable. The good thing about today's tip is that you do not need to spend money taking the knife out for sharpening, and you do not need to buy an extra whetstone either. Just with very familiar things in the kitchen, you can still make the knife brighter, sharper, and even help clean off the layer of rust stuck on the knife. First, prepare a little toothpaste. Squeeze about 3 centimeters of toothpaste directly onto the blade of the knife, and that will be enough. Then take a soft bristled toothbrush, and spread the toothpaste evenly over the entire blade. Toothpaste not only helps clean the surface so the knife looks brighter, but also creates more friction during sharpening. So when combined with this method, the result will be much better. You only need to spread it evenly like that, then set the knife aside to prepare for the next step. Now take a ceramic bowl or ceramic plate from the kitchen. The important thing is that the bottom underneath must have a rough surface. Turn the bowl upside down, and you will see that the raised base ring has a hard, slightly rough ceramic surface. It is exactly this part that will be used as a surface for sharpening the knife. Next, sprinkle a little table salt onto the bottom of the bowl. Then add a little white vinegar. Use your finger to stir gently, then spread this mixture evenly over the bottom of the bowl, which is the place where you will sharpen the blade. Salt helps support the steel surface, while vinegar helps soften stuck-on residue, so the knife sharpening process becomes easier and smoother. When you begin sharpening, place the blade close against the edge of the bottom of the bowl. Pull the knife in one direction with even pressure. You should go in one fixed direction, and not rub it back and forth continuously. This point is very important, especially for beginners. If you rub it back and forth randomly, the pressure will not be even, and over time it can easily make the knife edge become crooked or wear down unevenly. Unlike a whetstone, with this method you need to pay attention to the angle of the knife. If you place the knife too flat, you are only sharpening the body of the knife and have not yet touched the cutting edge properly. The suitable angle is just enough that you feel you could fit one finger under the spine of the knife. You only need to keep that angle stable and pull with even pressure. Sharpen one side for about 2 to 3 minutes. Then turn to the other side and do the same. Try to find a comfortable hand position so you can work evenly and steadily. When the sharpening angle is correct and your hand pressure is stable, the blade will become noticeably sharper. Dear friends, making videos really is not simple at all. Every comment, every like, and every follow means a great deal of encouragement to me. If you find this video helpful, please do not forget to press like to support me. Thank you very much. And if you have any questions or anything you would like to say, please leave a comment so I can know and learn, and make the videos better and better for you. After sharpening, use a cloth to wipe the blade clean. At this point, you will see that the surface of the knife looks noticeably brighter. Where are you watching this video from? Please leave a comment and tell me which country you are from. It is such a joy to connect with everyone from all over the world. To check whether the knife is ready, you can hold the tip of the knife at eye level and look along the edge of the blade. If the edge line appears straight, even, and not bumpy or warped, it means you have sharpened it quite well. If you still see any part that is uneven, you can sharpen that area a little more gently. Next, try cutting a piece of ginger or a tomato. This is a very easy way to check whether the knife is truly sharp. If the knife is sharp, the slice of ginger will be thin, smooth, have a nice surface, and not be fibrous. But if the knife is dull, the slice of ginger will often be torn, rough, and uneven. When the knife is sharp, cutting and slicing becomes much easier. Your mood while cooking also becomes much more comfortable, and the dishes you make look much more appetizing. Just by learning this small tip, you will no longer worry whenever your knife becomes dull while there is no whetstone at home. Besides a dull knife, another problem many people often face is that the knife becomes old, dull-looking, and even rusty. And no matter how sharp a knife may be, if it is dirty or rusty, then using it to prepare food is no longer safe. First, place the knife in a long tray, a large container, or any holder that is big enough to fit the blade neatly. Then pour a little white vinegar over the surface of the knife. Next, sprinkle a little baking soda on top. When white vinegar and baking soda combine, they will create a reaction that helps soften the dirt layer and loosen the rust stuck to the surface. To keep the mixture in close contact with the knife for longer, take paper towels and wrap them tightly around the blade. Then pour a little more white vinegar over the outer layer of paper towel to increase the reaction. Do this on both sides of the blade. Now leave it like that for about 10 minutes. During this time, the reaction will take place. Baking soda has quite a strong cleaning ability, while vinegar helps soften and break down the rust layer. When vinegar reacts with the rust on the knife, the rust will come off much more easily. After that amount of time, remove the paper towels and use a soft bristled brush to gently scrub the surface of the knife. You only need to scrub lightly for a moment and you will see the knife become much brighter, looking much cleaner and newer. At this step, you should not use steel wool or sandpaper because they can scratch the surface of the knife. It is still best to use a soft brush, a soft cloth, or a sponge. The correct way is to soften the dirt first, then gently scrub to remove the rust layer, and that will be safer for the blade. Finally, rinse the knife clean again with water. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, do not forget to press subscribe so you can continue following more useful tips every day. Thank you for your companionship. Wow, the result is truly different. Just looking at the before and after, you can see the change very clearly. The elders used to say that if you want to do something well, you must first prepare your tools properly. Cooking is the same. If you want your dishes to be delicious, neat, and beautiful, then the knife must be sharp, clean, and easy to use. A knife that is both dull and dirty not only makes the ingredients look worse, but also makes cooking less hygienic and makes the final dish much less appealing. After washing the knife, remember to dry it very well. Do not leave the knife in a damp place, and you also should not store it in a sealed box for too long. It is best to keep the knife in a dry, airy place, or on a well-ventilated knife rack to limit moisture from building up. There is another very simple little tip. You can stick the blade of the knife into a jar or bowl of dry rice. Rice has a natural moisture-absorbing ability, helping pull away the remaining dampness still clinging to the knife, thereby reducing oxidation and lowering the risk of rust. This method is especially useful during the rainy season or in places with high humidity. So today I have shared with you a very simple tip to make a dull knife become sharper more quickly, and at the same time also help clean rust off the knife using familiar ingredients from the kitchen. If you find this tip helpful, do not forget to share it with your family and friends. The more people know about it, the more people can be helped. I still have new videos every day, so remember to follow the channel so you do not miss the next useful tips. Thank you very much, and see you again in the next video.